Hello and welcome to Management Science to Success. We are learning assignment problem and the method I have already discussed with you in my previous video regarding assignment problem, application of assignment problem and how it is different from transportation problem. So I was discussing the Hungarian method. So today I'm going to tell you whole steps of Hungarian method. The number of steps involved in Hungarian method are generally 5, and in an elaborated manner they get increased in a further few small steps. So I'm going to explain you all the steps in very easy and simple manner. Hope you will understand it in a better way. So let's learn the Hungarian method. The first step while solving any assignment problem is to check that whether the assignment problem is balanced or unbalanced. मैं बना रही हूँ. So let's understand that how we will identify that whether the assignment problem is balanced or unbalanced. So the condition of balanced, that when we start solving the problem, the first thing which we have to check is, just like the transportation problem, in transportation problem we check the sum of demand and the sum of the supply in order to identify that whether the transportation problem is balanced or unbalanced. So not like that, but here we also have to identify that the assignment problem is balanced or unbalanced. But the way to check that how the assignment problem is balanced or unbalanced is, we just have to check the number of rows and the number of columns of the given assignment problem. If the number of rows and the number of columns of the given assignment problem are equal, then we can say that the problem is balanced. But if we found that the number of rows is not equals to the number of columns, then we can identify that the assignment problem is unbalanced. Now, if we found that the assignment problem is unbalanced, then what we have to do is, we just have to add a dummy row or a dummy column which is less in number. Just we have to equate the number of rows and number of columns. So which one is less in number, at that side we have to add a dummy row or a dummy column, and the elements of that dummy row or dummy column are 0. So we will add a dummy row or dummy column with a 0 elements. After making the assignment problem balanced, after that the next step which we have to follow is row reduction. That means the number of rows given in the problem, just find the minimum value in each row. Take one by one every row and find the minimum value in each row and subtract all the corresponding elements of the rows from that particular value, the value which have been chosen. The same pattern we have to follow in the third step for the column reduction. That means just you have completed all the rows and subtracted all the corresponding elements from the respective minimum elements of all rows. After that, just go to the columns, do the same thing. In all the columns of the assignment problem, find the minimum value in each column and subtract all the corresponding elements from that particular value. Here you have to while doing that, we neglect signs in assignment problems. Just that means minus plus. We don't use the such signs while solving the assignment problems. So we just need to find the difference between the values. Whether you are doing the row reduction or the column reduction, you just have to find the minimum value and you have to calculate the difference of all the corresponding elements of the rows from that minimum value. So sign is plus minus sign is not considered here. Now as you complete the row reduction and the column reduction, the next step which we have to do is start drawing the lines. So we just have to draw the minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines through the zeros of all the rows and columns. and those lines should be drawn in such a manner that all the lines, whether they are horizontal or vertical, they just cover all zeros in that particular row or column. So all the zeros should be covered in minimum number of lines. This is the task actually, that how we will cover all the zeros given in the assignment problem by drawing minimum number of lines, lesser lines. Now in the last step, that is that step where we will find our optimal solution. How we will get the solution is, when in the fourth step we draw the minimum number of lines, and we found that the minimum number of lines which we have drawn to cover all the zeros is equals to the number, or is equals to the order of the matrix, right, is equal to the order of the matrix, then the solution which you will obtain is optimal, and you have to end the problem there. You have got the solution. You just have to understand that you have find the solution. I'm repeating it again. As you draw the minimum number of lines to cover all the zeros horizontally or vertically, and you check that the minimum number of lines you have drawn are equal to the order of the matrix given, then you will understand that the solution obtained is optimal. That means one job has been assigned to one person. In every row or every column, you will find that one assignment will be there. But if the number of lines are not equal to the order of the matrix, that means are less than the order of the matrix, then we have to move one step further. And what is that step? After covering all the zeros, you have to identify that number, that smallest number, through which the line have not gone through. That means you just have to select the small or the smallest number of the matrix in which you have drawn the lines. That means after the fourth step you have to do it. You have to select the smallest element, and which element which does not have a line through it, right, जिसके ऊपर से कोई लाइन होकर ना गई हो, यानी कि लाइंस के इंटरसेक्शन पर ना हो या लाइन उसके ऊपर से ना गई हो, अनकवर्ड हो. And after selecting this element, the smallest element, the through which the line have not passed through, उस एलिमेंट को लेकर आपको करना क्या है? You just subtract this element from all the elements that have no lines, right? That means the smallest number you have selected should be subtracted from all the other elements which are uncovered. That means through which the line have not gone through. And what next you have to do is, you will find the intersections of the lines. So at each intersection you have to add this smallest value there, right? And after that you will find a new assignment problem. Now let's discuss the fourth step of solving the assignment problem. In the fourth step, that means after checking the unbalanced and balanced condition, after deducting the row and column wise minimum elements, the assignment problem you obtained, through which you have to draw a number of lines which can cover all the zeros in the assignment problem, and those lines should be lesser in number. That means in minimum number of lines, कम से कम लाइंस में आपको उस असाइनमेंट प्रॉब्लम की सारी ज़ीरोज़ को कवर करना है. यू हैव टू कवर ऑल द ज़ीरोज़ ऑफ द असाइनमेंट प्रॉब्लम in minimum number of lines. And just you have done this fourth step, that is drawn the minimum number of lines. After that you have to move on to the last, that is fifth step, to find the optimal solution. And to find the optimal solution, what is the condition? The condition is that the minimum number of lines, जो कम से कम लाइनें आपने ड्रॉ की हैं, the minimum number of lines किसके इक्वल होनी चाहिए? दैट मस्ट बी इक्वल टू द ऑर्डर ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स, राइट. जो आपकी असाइनमेंट प्रॉब्लम है उसका जो ऑर्डर है, वी विल कंसिडर इट जस्ट लाइक अ मैट्रिक्स, एंड उस मैट्रिक्स का जो ऑर्डर है m×n, अगर वो मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ लाइन्स के इक्वल है, देन वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट द सॉल्यूशन ऑब्टेन्ड इज ऑप्टिमल. बट यहाँ कंडीशंस आ जाती हैं ऑप्टिमल सॉल्यूशन में कि अगर ऐसा नहीं होता है, दैट मीन्स कि अगर मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ लाइन्स इक्वल नहीं आती हैं ऑर्डर ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स के, तो इसका मतलब जो सॉल्यूशन आपको मिल रहा है वो ऑप्टिमल नहीं है. तो उस सॉल्यूशन को ऑप्टिमल बनाने के लिए, ऑप्टिमल सॉल्यूशन ऑब्टेन करने के लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? आपको उसमें यू हैव टू डू वन थिंग, दैट इज़ जस्ट सेलेक्ट द नंबर, द स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर, टू सेलेक्ट द स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर. आपको जो स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर है, सबसे छोटा नंबर है, आपको उस नंबर को सिलेक्ट करना होगा. यू हैव टू सेलेक्ट द स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर, राइट. और उस स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर में, उस स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर को आपको बाकी द रेस्ट ऑफ द वैल्यूज़ विच आर अनकवर्ड, दैट मीन्स थ्रू विच द लाइन हैव नॉट बीन पास्ड, द लाइन जो जिनके थ्रू लाइन पास होकर नहीं गई है, जो बचे हुए हैं, जिनके ऊपर से लाइन क्रॉस कर कर नहीं गई है, you have to subtract or you have to find the difference of all those elements from the smallest element you have chosen, right. So जितने values बच गए हैं आपके असाइनमेंट प्रॉब्लम में, जिनके ऊपर से लाइन पास होकर नहीं गई है, उन सारे वैल्यूज़ में से सबसे छोटा एलिमेंट आइडेंटिफाई करना है, और उस सबसे छोटे एलिमेंट को सारे एलिमेंट्स में से, सारे एलिमेंट्स कौन से? जो अनकवर्ड एलिमेंट्स हैं, जिन पर कोई लाइन नहीं गई है, उन सारे एलिमेंट्स में से डिफ्रेंशिएट कर देना है, डिफरेंस निकाल देना है. और डिफरेंस निकालने के बाद आपके पास एक नई मैट्रिक्स आ जाएगी, एक नई असाइनमेंट प्रॉब्लम में वो कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. एंड वाइल डूइंग दिस स्टेप यू हैव टू डू वन मोर एक्टिविटी. व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज़ कि वेयर you will get the intersection, that means the two lines passing through a point, that means they are cutting each other at one point, they are intersecting each other, right. So the point where they are intersecting each other, at that point you have to add this smallest element which you have chosen for deduction, right. जो smallest element आपने choose किया है इस स्टेप में, जहाँ आपका ऑर्डर इक्वल नहीं था तो आपने स्मॉलेस्ट एलिमेंट चूज़ किया था, उस स्मॉलेस्ट एलिमेंट को आपको डिडक्ट तो करना है. यू हैव टू डिडक्ट दैट एलिमेंट फ्रॉम ऑल दोज एलिमेंट्स विच आर अनकवर्ड. जो अनकवर्ड हैं उनमें से तो आपको डिडक्ट करना है, और इसी एलिमेंट को आपको ऐड भी करना है. यू ऑल्सो हैव टू ऐड दिस एलिमेंट वेयर एट द इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ द लाइन्स, जहाँ पर दो लाइन्स इंटरसेक्ट कर रही हैं एक दूसरे को, वहाँ पर आपको इस एलिमेंट को ऐड करना है. After completing this step, you have to move on to the fourth step again. The fourth step is, again you have to draw minimum number of lines horizontally and vertically to cover all the zeros at least once. And you have to repeat this procedure again and again until you will find the optimal solution. So we will understand it in a better way with the help of an example. So I'm going to explain you the whole Hungarian method with the help of an example, and after that you will get the proper understanding of this method. Now let's learn the assignment problem with the help of an example and the Hungarian method. We are having a problem where we are provided with the salesman S1, S2, S3, S4 and the number of territories, that is A1, A2, A3, A4, and the values are. So this is the problem which we have to solve. We have to assign all the salesmen to the following territories, and the method which we used to solve this assignment problem is Hungarian method. So let's start solving it. As I've already explained you the Hungarian method, all the steps of Hungarian method, we will apply all those steps now one by one. In the first step, what we have to do is to check whether this assignment problem is balanced or unbalanced. So let's start checking it. Step first. What is the step first? Balanced or unbalanced. आपको क्या चेक करना है कि ये balanced है या unbalanced है. Let's start checking. Just count the number of rows and the number of columns. The number of rows are 1, 2, 3, 4. The number of columns are 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the number of rows and the number of columns are equal. Number of rows and number of columns are equal, right? Next, if the number of rows and columns are equal, at that time we say that the problem is balanced. तो ये problem कैसी है? Balanced assignment problem है. So we are not needed to make it balanced first. In the first step we found that it is a balanced assignment problem. Problem is balanced. Now, what was the second step? In the second step, we go through the row reduction. So we will start doing row reduction. And for row reduction, I told you that we have to identify the minimum element in each row and start deducting that minimum element from all the corresponding elements of the particular rows. So let's start finding. So in the first row, which is the minimum element? In the first row, you will find the minimum element 27. 27 is the minimum element. So you will start deducting this 27 from all the other corresponding elements. Start doing it. So we find after deducting 27, the minimum element of this particular row from all the elements, we get the value 8, 0, 1, 10. In the same manner, we will identify the minimum element of the row 2. So the minimum element of the row 2 is which? You can see here 28 is the minimum element. So start deducting it from all other elements. And in the same manner, we will apply the same method to all the other rows. So on applying row reduction method, we will get all these values. Now we have to apply the same thing to the column. That means we have to go through the column reduction. Now we will do column reduction. And that column reduction should be applied on this matrix, not to the original matrix, right? We will do row reduction, and after doing row reduction in this matrix which we have obtained after row reduction, we will apply column reduction. So we will start from the first column, and in the first column you can see that the minimum element is 0. So we will get no reduction here. In the same manner, when we go through the second column, again the smallest element is 0. So this column will remain same. So the first and the second column will remain same in column reduction. Now we move to the third column. In the third column, you will find that the minimum element is 1. So we will deduct 1 from all the corresponding elements. So the first column will remain same like this. Again, there is no change in the second column because the minimum element is 0. But after applying column reduction on the third column, where the minimum element was 1, we will get these values. In the same manner, we will get these values for the column 4 on applying column reduction. So we have completed first, second and third step of Hungarian method. Now we will move to the fourth step. And which was the fourth step? The fourth step was, this was the third step. And which was the fourth step? In the fourth step we do drawing lines. We start drawing lines. This is the main part of this Hungarian method, the most important part of the Hungarian method. The main objective of this fourth step is to draw the zeros, the lines to these zeros, so that all the zeros can be covered by the lines. But the trick here is just to use minimum number of lines, यानी कि कम से कम lines में आपको ये सारे zeros इस assignment problem के cover करने होंगे, right? So let's start finding. So I can cover these two zeros with a single line. right? So one line can be used here to cover these two zeros. We will start either from the row or by the column. In any manner we will start by the row wise or column wise. So I have started row wise. So what I found, I can use one line to cross these two zeros. Now I will wait here. I will not use a line here to cross the zero, because I can see that two zeros can be crossed if I draw a line vertically, right? If I draw a vertical line, two zeros can be crossed. Here I can draw a horizontal line to cover these two zeros. So four zeros can be covered only by two single lines, right? So now we will start doing it. Suppose I use this one, right? The first line. I'm also having zeros, two zeros here, two zeros here. So I can also go through, I will wait for this because I'm left with a single zero here, but I can see that I have two zeros to cover here. So I will draw the next line to cover these two zeros. 1, 2, right? I can draw a straight line to cover these two zeros. So this zero can be covered either by the horizontal line or by the vertical line. So if I draw a single line horizontally, then these two zeros can be covered. Now it's my choice whether to cover this zero with the help of horizontal line or vertical line. So I can use vertical or horizontal, any single line. I can use any one. So I may draw horizontal line. Now start checking that whether the number of lines drawn is equals to the order of the matrix or not. Here you can see that the order of the matrix, that is m into n, is 4 by 4. The matrix is of order 4 by 4. So the minimum number of lines कितनी होनी चाहिए? मस्ट बी इक्वल्स टू 4 कम से कम होनी चाहिए. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट फाइंडिंग 1, 2, 3, 4. We are having 4 lines which are equals to the order of the matrix. So this is the last step. Here now we have find the optimal solution and start assigning. Now in the fourth step, where we have to draw the lines, this is the most important step which actually helps you in finding the optimal solution. So what we have to do is, just you have to draw the minimum number of lines to cover all the zeros of this assignment problem. So you can see here that in the first row we are having two zeros, 1 0 in the second row, 2 zeros in the third row, and 2 zeros in the fourth row. So now we have to draw the lines in such a way so that in less lines, in minimum number of lines, all these zeros can be covered. So suppose if I start drawing lines row wise or column wise, I can choose any way. So single line can be drawn to cover these two zeros. If I draw a horizontal line, these two zeros can be covered. I will wait for this zero because this is a single one. Yes, I can see here that I'm having two zeros. If I draw a vertical line, then by drawing a vertical line, I can cross this zero along with this zero. So the two zeros can be crossed. If I draw a horizontal line, these two zeros can be crossed. Now I left with these two zeros. So here I can draw a horizontal line. In spite of doing single vertical lines, I can draw single horizontal lines to cross to draw the line over these two zeros. I covered these two zeros. Now I left with single zero. Here I can use any row or column line, right? So I can use a row or a column. So it's my choice now. Suppose I'm using a row line, right, a horizontal line to cover this 0, right. Now how I will find the optimal solution, right? How I will find the optimal solution? That means how I will assign all these salesmen to the territories. So let's start understanding that. Just first of all, we just have to, before moving on to the fifth step, that is finding the optimal solution, we just need to cover that whether the number of lines which we have drawn to cover all the zeros are equals to the order of the matrix or not. Now what is the order of the matrix? The order of this matrix is m into n is the order of the matrix, is order where m is 4 and n is also 4, and that must be equals to the number of what? Number of किसके इक्वल हम देखते हैं? Lines. The number of lines which we have drawn. The number of lines which we have drawn. Number of lines what? Minimum number of lines. Minimum number of lines which we draw to cover all zeros. Sorry, all zeros. Okay, which we use to cover minimum number of lines to all zeros. Next, what we have to do is we just start assigning these salesmen to the particular territories. And what is the method? That is the fifth step of finding the optimal solution. So to find the optimal solution, I just need to draw these lines which I have used to check the order of the matrix. Okay, now this will help us in getting the optimal solution. The number of lines are equal to the order of the matrix. Now what we have to do next? Start from the first row, the first line which you have drawn. In this first line, the first 0 you will get. This is the first 0 in this row. So make an assignment on this 0. Right? We just make an assignment on this 0 and cross all the zeros corresponding to this assignment in a row or column. So just check, is there any other 0? Yes, this is the 0. Cross it. Is there any other 0 in the corresponding column? Yes, we are having this 0. Just cross it. Now move to the next. Here we are having this 0 with a line drawn. So just make an assignment here. We are not having any other 0. So we need to make an assignment to this 0. And corresponding to this 0, we are not having any 0 in the row. But to the corresponding element, to the corresponding column, we are having another 0. So we just need to cross it. We have crossed it. Now move to the next. In the third row, you will see we are having already a cross 0, and after that we left with a single 0. And we must need a single assignment in a row and a column. So if it is crossed, then we have to make an assignment to this 0. Right? If this is crossed, then we will move to the next 0 to make an assignment. And now we will check whether this 0 is having any 0 corresponding to the row or column. So in column you will see we are not having any other 0 to cross, and in row we are already having a cross 0. Now move to the next row, the next line. The line has been drawn to these two zeros, and out of these two zeros one is already crossed, and now we are needed assignment. So we will make an assignment to this 0. So you can see here that we are having one assignment corresponding to each row and column. In this row or column we are having one assignment. In this row and column we are having one assignment. The same here, and you can check here. Right? So this is the last step where we are left with the optimal solution. So which territory should be assigned to which salesman, and what will be the minimum cost? So the answer will be S1 should be assigned A2, S2 should be assigned A1. S3 should be assigned A4 and S4 should be assigned which one? A3. This is the solution. Right? And the minimum cost while assigning, how to calculate this minimum cost? To calculate this minimum cost, we just need to jump back to the original assignment problem where the cost has been already given. So that was our question. These are the costs provided. So here I'm continuing the question. Here the minimum transportation, sorry, not the transportation, the minimum cost for assigning all the salesmen to the particular territories is, we are having the assignment S1. I'm just writing it here. From the solution obtained, we were having the assignment for S1 at which? At 82 at this place. For S2 we were having the assignment at this place. For S3 we were having the assignment at this place, and for S4 we were having the assignment at this place. So to calculate the minimum cost for this assignment problem, we just have to add on these values. So the minimum cost will be 27 plus 28 plus 33 plus 25, and we will get the minimum. Thus we obtain the minimum cost as 113. That's it. This is the whole Hungarian method which we apply to solve an assignment problem. So what we learn next is that how to apply this Hungarian method to an unbalanced assignment problem. In the next example, we will learn the last 3 cases of the optimal solution or the 5th step of the Hungarian method. This condition 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Right. So in the next example, I am going to tell you the applicability of these 2nd, 3rd and 4th step. That when the number of lines are not equal to the order of the matrix.